Oh hey, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to flirt over text, and I'll be giving you some examples as well. And this goes for all the shy guys out there, or maybe just guys looking to figure out if their game is really as strong as they thought it was. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Orpa. So in today's video, as I already said, I'd like to address this because I realize there are lots of men out there who, suck at the flirting game, to be honest. By the time they're done, they're either completely turning you off with their words, actions, or inactions, or basically, they just have no game, and so they walk away feeling defeated mostly. If that's you and you know yourself, you don't need me to tell you if that's you I'm talking about, then thank you so much for joining this particular video. I'm going to make it worth your while. How to flirt over text. That's a conversation we're having right now. Number 1. Now, in my opinion, the first tip is to keep it short and sweet. Very important, short and sweet. Now, there are a lot of guys who just go out there and, it's like, okay, I've seen this girl, I'm really feeling her. Let me just go right ahead and tell her everything that's on my mind. How she made you feel, how your heart was just out of your chest when you saw her and that kind of thing. I mean, that might actually be a cool thing to do, but alternatively, don't forget that depending on how you do it, it might come across as imposing, downright disruptive, or maybe even unwelcome, depending on, once again, who you're talking to and the circumstances surrounding where she currently is at. So if you want to know how to flirt with a woman over text, my first tip is to keep it short and simple. Short and simple. There is an acronym that says KISS, keep it simple, stupid. What that simply means is when you're sending a text to a woman, amongst other things, go straight to the point. Don't blab, don't brag, don't stretch the conversation unnecessarily. If you ask me, you might even want to make a deliberate effort to use open-ended questions that will motivate her to talk some more. Because if you ask questions like, "What's up?" and she says nothing, what will you say after that? Or maybe, "Having a good day?" Then she says yes. Are you going to be doing that little dance with your thumbs, trying to figure out what to type next? Open-ended questions always allow the person who's being asked the question to elaborate. So instead of saying, "How was your day today?" you could say something like, "Hey, I had a really terrible day. I had a flat tire and I'm kind of hoping that you had a better day than I did." Now, not only have you told her that you want to know whether her day is going well, you've also started by telling her how your day went. So most likely her answer would be something that's more engaging as opposed to a simple yes or no. So keep that in mind. You need to keep it simple if you're going to make any kind of progress over text. So an example of keeping it short and sweet could be, "Missing that face, send me a picture," or, "So, I had a crazy dream about you," or, "What are you doing this weekend, besides being with me? I think you just scored 100 personally. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay positive." And I know it can be hard, especially if maybe the lady who you're engaging with is not forthcoming, right? But it's always good to keep a positive tone. Typically, flirting is supposed to be friendly, lighthearted, not taken too seriously, okay? So you need to keep that positive energy and let it shine through the messages that you send. So you can send a text like, "Got great news and guess what? You're the only one I want to tell." Or, "Thinking about that story you told me. When do I get to hear more?" Or, "That movie you mentioned. I'm hooked. How do you know me so well?" This might get you somewhere. Don't use boring openers. Most women are tired of hearing "Hey, hi, how's your day" as an opener. Avoid lazy cliches. The best openers are personalized, giving them something, say, a joke, a compliment, or a fun question she wants to answer. So instead of "How's your day?" lean toward, "How did you name your dog?" Or, "Since you're the wine expert, tell me, what's your favorite wine bar?" Clichés kill chemistry. Keep things light and personalized to make sparks fly. Number 3, be complimentary. As they say, flattery will get you anywhere. However, I do believe that the more sincere a compliment is, the more it will be taken to heart and seen for what it truly is. All right? So don't go about saying stuff like, I think you have an amazing," and you mention a body part, knowing very well that the woman is probably even insecure about that. It gets tricky when it comes to women. The way men see women is completely different from how we see ourselves. And so the thing that may be really getting you going might be the thing that really makes her feel down. If you ask me, steer clear of compliments that necessarily involve her body and more about the way she thinks, her brain, her achievements, and that kind of thing. She would appreciate compliments via text that complement her thought processes more than anything else. Alright, our final tip for today's video, ask a playful question. So once again, flirting is supposed to be lighthearted and playful. Send a playful text. For example, "Guess which emoji I put next to your name on my phone?" She may say, "Which one?" And then you can respond, "I'd like to show it to you in person." Let's try another one. "How can I concentrate when all I do is think of you?" She may answer, "Want to hang this weekend?" And you might end up getting somewhere. Now, before you click off, let me bring you a few helpful hints. If you've already met up in person at least once, you can use flirty texts as an opportunity to solidify an inside joke. Inside jokes elicit a feeling of intimacy and familiarity, and they usually go down very well. Also, in your text messaging, you can feel free to add an emoji or two with your flirty texts for a little emotional flavor. But don't go overboard. What you say with your words is what counts. Emojis are only supposed to add a little bit of flavor to your messages, so use them sparingly. And my last hint is to keep in mind that whilst flirting over text is great, in my opinion, the best way to flirt is face-to-face. It always helps when the person is right in front of you. Your expression sends a message, your tone of voice sends a message, a lot of things that are usually lost in text messaging, you can do in person to really drive your message home. So that's it for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you get a notification every single time I post. It's your girl Orpa. I appreciate you, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.